the whole fashion industry needs. And like I always say, for Filipino fashion to really go there and go global, we all have to work together because we are really stronger together. And that's what Manila Fashion Week wants to impart and achieve. It's to get everybody together. Yeah.
So on its first year, what can our members of the media, our press friends, the designers, and of course the audiences, what can they expect differently as compared to what you were able to do for BYS Fashion Week for the last 3 years?
Okay, this is quite long, so bear with me. So Fashion Weeks all over the world, it has always centered on commerce. You know, if you go back to the core of what a Fashion Week is supposed to be, it's really to you know, for designers to sell their clothes, to show to their clients and whatnot. So commerce has always been at the center of Fashion Weeks all over the world, and that's what we're trying to do this year. Right? So yeah, I guess, you know, BYS Fashion Week reached what it reached because I guess the people really felt the passion and the heart of the people behind it. And now, after 3 years of BYS Fashion Week, I guess it's high time we transition and convert it to a fashion week that we can all be proud of globally. And in the same breath as New York, Paris, Milan, Kuala Lumpur, Seoul, Bangkok, we now have Manila Fashion Week. And we're very, very proud. What's unique about Manila Fashion Week this year is we're going to have a pop-up or a re-see. So it's the Manila Fashion Week pop-up, which will happen the day after the shows. So all the designers will show, say the designers will show on the 16th. On the next day, their clothes will be available for sale through a Manila Fashion Week pop-up in SM Mora. So everybody can get the chance to go to that store, feel the pieces up close, touch it, and eventually buy some pieces. So that's an innovation we want to sort of introduce because Fashion Week is not just really supposed to be for show. It's really supposed to help the designers get their pieces out there, and at the same time, the audience, they need to not just see the clothes, but they need to wear it and bring it home. And for me, that's the essence of it all.
You mentioned the pop-up. You know that we have SM Mora as the location for all of the shows, and the pop-up will be there as well. So for the members of the press, of course, we hope that we will be seeing you at all of the shows. So for the members of the press, although you will receive this via email, what would be the flow of Fashion Week at SM Mora? So will it all just be at one venue at SM Mora, or how will the pop-up be integrated into that flow?
Okay, so for the past 3 years of BYS Fashion Week, I'm sure you guys know we did it in multiple venues all over the city because we wanted to introduce that concept to the Philippines and for the people to experience moving from one venue to another. Again, in the spirit of we wanted the designers to really give input on where they want their show to be. You know, whatever would convey their message better. And for this year, we partnered with SM Mora just to change things up a bit because we've done that whole traveling from one place to the next route. And at the same time, because of the weather conditions we have here, it's not that easy to keep moving from one venue to the next. So we decided to partner with SM Mora, but rest assured, each show will still have its own design and flavor. So we're gonna change the set every show. We're gonna have 2 venues per day. So it's Samsung Hall, and we're building a tent. It's a Manila Fashion Week tent in the Sky Park of SM Mora. So again, this is the first. The tent that we're building is custom. It's really made for Fashion Week. So yeah, so there's 2 shows per day, and then the next day, when the other 2 designers show, the set will be different. So we're gonna change it 4 times. So there's gonna be 8 shows, all completely different, but all housed within SM Mora. And in between the shows, there are a lot of things people can do. There will be lounges, we'll be serving food, there's photo vignettes, people can take photos, they can go around. and in between the shows, they can all go to the pop-ups. So it will be a full experience for the guests, so that while waiting for the next show, there's a lot of things you can do. And of course, to top it all off, it's in SM Aura, so everybody can choose where they want to eat. Everything's there. There's parking. It's comfortable, and that's what we want for Manila Fashion Week this year. We want it to be as comfortable as possible, so that people will really enjoy and focus on the shows.
It's very interactive. So for this year,
they can all, of course, extend invites to maybe some of their clients, their friends. So just follow the accounts of the designers, DM them if you want access, because of course they have provisions for that as well.
yes, correct. So if let's say if Inigo tells me these things should be, of course, we give to the designers.
Yeah, and the brands, of course.
Of course. Now, I think everyone wants to know who is part of the designer roster for this year.
Yeah, I think a lot of them already know, of course, Tom, and then of course some of them are here. But we'll play a short video just to formally and officially announce the roster for this year's MNL Fashion Week. So watch this. Round of applause, everybody. This year's, I hope this will start a revolution. Once they see that Mode Hunter, takes photos of people and says good things about Manila Fashion Week, because they're excited. They're excited to come to Manila. They're just a little concerned that our fashion might not be there yet. So that's why we just need one foot in the door, and I feel like that's gonna start. It's gonna start something. And then hopefully the next season, 2 or 3 of them will come, and then eventually they will all come here to the Philippines. Because who doesn't want to come to the Philippines? They just need to make sure that it's worth the magazine's page.
Thank you. Another question.
What is, of course, as you said, as long as it's made by Filipinos, it is distinctly Filipino. But is there, for example, certain characteristics that you think would further distinguish ourselves from other fashion weeks, in the sense of what is the Filipino image or representation you would like to push for in order to distinguish yourselves from the other fashion weeks of other countries?
Okay, so this is a bit of a topic that is kind of controversial, at least in my world. I've always pushed for embracing who we truly are. And who we truly are is a mixture of so many things. I think, and again, not everybody will agree with me, but instead of really finding that Filipino identity, we always get caught up with what's the Filipino identity, who are we, what are we. I think what we are failing to see is that we are everybody. We are a melting pot. We are new, but we are old. We are modern, but we are classic. And until we accept this, if we keep finding, unique things about the Philippines, of course that's noble, but you aren't who you are if you don't embrace the present and you don't embrace the future. So instead of just keep looking at the past and finding, the thing that's so unique about the Philippines, let's just embrace who we are today. And who we are today in the age of the internet and social media, who the Philippines is today is a global country. We are the capital of social media in the world. We are very exposed, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being global. And that's what we want to push for Manila Fashion Week. It's not always about, yes, it's not always about, as much as we love the Ternos and Sayas of the world, but that it doesn't define the Philippines. What defines the Philippines is the people and our ability to adapt. And but God knows, the Philippines is super global. We are the most global in this region. And if we don't accept that, then we're not going to reach the next level. And that's what we want to show, that we are global. Again, we are not a jungle.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Matthew.
This year, I think eventually down the line, maybe we'll have a screening committee, but at this point, it's just really us. And you know, obviously me with my, I guess my experience as a stylist, you know, lending it to the team. So it's really just us deliberating. But in terms of criteria, we look for brands and designers that have a distinct point of view. Brands or designers that the moment you see a piece, you already know it's theirs. You know, that's always something that I look out for. Designers that have a unique point of view. And at the same time, designers and brands that really have the potential to go global. Because at the end of the day, again, if we're pushing global, we want to get designers that have that mindset, you know, of creating brands that can compete globally. So it's not necessarily just brands that create beautiful gowns or beautiful pieces. It's brands that think beyond just designing clothes. It's brands that create bags, that create shoes, that create the world around them. So yeah, that's one of the biggest criteria for the selection of designers this year.
Just another question, John. You have a partnership with DOST promoting local textiles. Given sa SM Aura yung venue, and there will be a shopping event, do you think in the long run we can supply the demand for Filipino textile given na malaki din yung venue, maraming tao?
Yes, for sure. So the partnership with DOST is really to promote these textiles. And I mentioned to the DOST team that the roster of designers this year are mostly ready-to-wear brands, or at least they have ready-to-wear stores, you know, and they kind of focus on ready-to-wear, or at least, you know, they have pieces that are wearable. And for me, that's very important. When I spoke to DOST, I told them it's important to nurture and support these designers because they have, I guess, a wider reach. If it's a designer that just makes one-of-a-kind pieces, then it can only reach a certain few. But with brands like DBTK, for example, with the reach that they have in Oxygen, incorporating these pieces, it'll show people that these fabrics are not just meant to be worn on special occasions. They're not just meant to be worn as office attire. They're meant to be worn every day. And DOST is really working hard to develop fabrics that we can use on a regular basis. It's just that they need help to push these fabrics forward. And I believe Manila Fashion Week will help them there with the help of the designers. But yes, to answer your question, they have the supply. So they just need people to see it and of course buy. But supply is not a problem.